In this collective reading, I'm going to be talking about this energy where you can clearly see a stark difference between a godly person and a narcissistic person. Now, let's not see narcissism as something to be blamed in other people, because I know there are lots and lots of videos about how narcissistic people are horrible and they are the evil people, which in some stages, so we have different stages of ascension journey. In some stages it is all right, it is fine, actually it is pretty much required to see that there is a certain person or situation or certain type of people in your life who bring in this very selfish energy, very 3D karmic selfish energy, and you have to release it. Initially you see it in other people, and initially you will also blame them, you will feel like blaming them, or you will be upset with them. But as time passes by, and as you go, as you graduate, I can say, or do post graduation, or you do PhD, as you do more and more inner work, you realize that this narcissism is literally not a person or a situation, it's a type of energy that people have. Most people have it on planet Earth. And then you are able to understand how you can release it even from your own DNA system, your own environment. Why this energy needs to be released is because it's very heavy energy. It's literally baggage. It's garbage, it's baggage, it's heavy energy. And whosoever is under the influence of this energy is suffering from anxiety or guilt most of the times. Shame, guilt, feelings that make you feel really heavy and really scared and really worried. Worry is what is inflicted upon other people, most people, because of narcissism. So what is narcissism? It is your attachment with the physical identity, or it is the attachment with the outcome of whatever this physical identity is doing. The physical identity goes to the market to buy a piece of bread, a loaf of bread, or some milk. Now it wants to know what is the outcome of it. How is it going to serve me? How is it going to benefit me? It's a very small basic thing, but people think about it, and they think about big things, they think about small things. So I can pick on to the energy of someone around you who has this narc energy activated, and why this person is around you in your life is because you can then see a stark difference. Now you can also see, because of your attachment towards this person, you also start operating from the same energy, because the energy is infectious. Ideally it should be your energy that they should be getting to learn from, they should get influence from you, because your energy is more easy breezy, it is more relaxed, and it's not like you're supposed to fix people. For my understanding, what I see in the download is that it's more for you than for them, because you don't have to change this person. This could be your specific person also, it could be your twin flame also, it could be your partner, it could be a karmic person also, it could be a family member also. Whosoever it is, you feel deep attachment towards this person, and they also generate a lot of attention. Maybe this is the reason why you're attracted to them, because of their confidence, because of how they carry themselves. So on a 3D level, they always look very important. On a 3D level, they make others feel that they are somebody, they are someone, they're a very esteemed person. And if you actually look at what they do in life, they probably do nothing as such. Like, I'm saying it in a way which is very real. Like, a person who has got a lot of narc energy in them can be either successful, they can also be failure. But most of the times you will see that they always act very important, and they act like even if they don't do anything, even if they cannot pull off anything, they'll always have others who admire them, because internally they admire themselves a lot. But this is only on a 3D level. When such a person is sitting with themselves, sitting alone, or if such a person is usually they are in some problem or the other. Now, this is also one thing that I've noticed about narcissistic people, that they're always in some kind of issue and they're always trying to solve that issue, and they're in that issue because of their own big talks and big things they say, and they behave so important. They behave like I've got this, I've got that. Due to all those talks they do, they get into trouble. So their trouble is self-created. So you don't have to feel bad for them. Usually the empaths or the godly people, they feel bad, and they only feel bad, I'll tell you. There's a reason why you're feeling bad, because you're also doing your inner work. You've still not figured things out fully, or even if you have figured it out, you've not fully put it into practice on a day-to-day basis. So you feel bad for them. You feel like, oh my god, look, they're in trouble again, look, they have bad health, or look, they have financial issue, or look, they have something or the other going on. Okay, now some people have huge amount of narc energy and some people have it less. So I can pick on to the energy of all kinds of narcissistic people around you. But there are two people who are popping out the most. One is most probably a romantic interest, an SP kind of person. And the second one could be a family member. So it could be either a mother or a father or a sibling. I'm not sure, you decide that. You probably know it better. So there are two of these people who are popping out. Now with one person you have a far better relationship because you worked on it, you worked through it. So you were probably in the past extremely attached with this person, and they maybe put you through a lot of pain, they made you cry a lot, they put you through a lot of emotional havoc, but then you figured things out and you decided to not be so attached. I mean, love without attachment. You forgave them for a lot of things they did to you because you realize that forgiveness is the best way, and God is teaching you how to not take things personally. So whatever they were doing to you, you stop taking it personally. You stop saying that they are doing this to me because I am unworthy of love. They could be making you feel like you're not the favorite person, and they have a favorite person out there, and oh my god, the favorite person is so much nicer, blah blah blah. But you need to understand, you are an individual, you're on planet earth to learn, to study, okay, and you need to get out of the how, because all these people, the narcissistic people, their primary job is to think about how and how to get things done. So basically they are always using their minds, okay, and a godly person doesn't do that. A person who is doing inner work, a person who goes within, does not think about how this will happen or how that will happen. They just chill. It is so difficult to just chill. It is so difficult to be so simple. You're so simple that you just letting God take care of everything, and you believe that God will take care of everything. So you truly surrender and instantly you shift your energy. Because the more you think about how I'll do this and how I'll do that, and these people around you, every time you sit and talk to them, every time you have a conversation with them, you will notice that no matter how grand or how big they try to act, but they are constantly worried, constantly thinking about something in a negative way. So there is thinking, which is chintan in Hindi. Normally you think about things, you're cooking food, so you're thinking about the gas, the flame, or basic things. You're going for a walk, so you're thinking about which shoes to wear, what socks to wear, or you're dressing up for it, you're taking a bath. So your day is going on. You are not still, in a way, you're not still thinking about stuff. It's just happening. So Chintan is is beautiful. It's very positive. It's very uplifting. This whole channeling also is Chintan. We are trying to separate ourselves from the narcissistic energy, and we are trying to stop thinking how this will happen or that will happen. You're just saying, I don't care how it happens, because normally in your life so many miracles have taken place. You already believe in the power of God, you already believe in the magic of God, you already know what God can do. Some of you have like really beautiful experiences also. You have so many profound experiences, and if you can't think of it right now, which is not possible, you wouldn't have even heard this channeling till here if you would not have resonated with all of this. It could be possible that you are in anxiety, you're in anxious mode. And again, the reason why this channeling is happening is to make you realize that if there is anyone around you who is operating from this narcissistic energy, this how energy, how to get this done, you need to separate from those people. Because whatever they are going through in life, it has got nothing to do with you other than the fact that you're supposed to observe it objectively, not take it personally. Because let's say this person, whosoever it is, your SP or your mother or your father or your brother or your sister, whosoever it is, they are constantly acting like there's a problem and they need to solve it and they are stuck in something, and you are like watching them. You are a part of their environment, or let's say they are a part of your environment, and you're thinking, oh my god, this person is in a problem. But you have to think that this person, you have to really think through this. If you notice that this person is always into some or the other problem, this person is always trying to seek attention from everybody. While you could also be doing some things that are attention seeking in nature, but you still feel that if you compare yourself, then maybe most of the times you are actually thinking about their problems and not so much about your problems. So today, from this collective reading onwards, after you hear this, you have to sit down really and figure out like what are the problems of your own life, what are the causes of those problems, and what is making you miserable, and how can you turn it around. Because you can turn it around in the most simplistic way. And there are a couple of things you have to think. Number one, everything that is happening in your life is perfect, including this narcissistic person's behavior. Yes, I just said it. After saying that you need to detach from this person. So please understand why this is good is because this person is actually showing you that you need to detach. The primary reason why this person is in your life, and the primary reason why some of these people, narcissistic people, have been in your life for really long. They've been in your life since forever, literally, since probably you're born. Some of them are there since then. You can't get rid of narcissistic people. You can't get rid of people that way, People are always around you. Narcissistic people are always around you. But the more you go ahead, the more you go upwards in your journey, you have to understand that their purpose or their job is to show you literally what not to do. You do you, which is being godly and letting go and letting God. Until the time you don't let go, it will keep coming back in some way, shape or form. Let's say you are anxious about something that your partner is doing, and now you have started investigating, going so deep and finding out stuff. It's not going to help you. If they give you some information on their own, even at that time you have to think, how is it connected with me? Like, how does it affect me? How does it bother me? You have to think like that. How does this bother me? Let's say they lie to you. Let's say they cheat on you. Let's say they ill-treat you, okay, in some way. You're with them, alright, you're with them. And I know for a lot of you people, if you have reach to this point where you can understand all of this, you do have a certain amount of solitude in your life. You enjoy your solitude, you prefer your solitude. So whether it's your family members you're living with, or whether it's your partner you're living with, or whether it is somebody else you're living with, but you do enjoy your own company a lot. So you always have some time to yourself where you can think actually deeply. And I'm saying this can help a lot of people who are suffering. Trust me, even those who claim to be relationship coaches or psychiatrists, psychologists and healers, because I know some of them come to me also. I've worked with healers. I've also worked with people who act as psychological helpers to others, because they're also distressed. In a very humble way, I'm very grateful to be in that position where I can see that even those people who are trying to help others out, they also have these problems. They also go through a lot of these issues. And look, some of them can be good and some of them can be bad also. For some people, it could be past life related karma coming back and they need to work through it. And for some people, it could be they have this really strong image, a 3D image that they have to maintain and upkeep. So whatever their partner is doing or whatever other people around them do in their environment really matters a lot to them, because they have to show to other people that, look, I am so amazing, that's why I have an amazing partner, that's why I have amazing family, that's why I have amazing friends. But it doesn't have to be like that, especially if you're going through certain situations. Yes, you as an individual, you have to be completely dependent on the godly energy. You have to tap into this really powerful energy in a very humble and pure way. So, people who are healing others can also be in situations where they have to deal with this narcissistic energy in whatever way, shape, or form. And it can be seen as a lesson, it can be seen as an upgrade, it can be seen as a part of letting go. Let it go, forgive, move on. Okay, people make mistakes, they are not perfect, they're never gonna be perfect. People act this way because God has given you all these people to help your own self better. They're all acting as mirrors. You just have to keep detaching. Like, I know this person, not really taken the place of a healer. Whatever work this person is doing, I can see personally that he and his wife, they sort of work like a team. And it's not like his partner has given him a lot of easy, breezy material to work with. And I can say the vice versa for her also, because I'm sure both of them go through certain things. But both of them, as husband and wife, as partners, they work through situations constantly. They try to maintain harmony because they have children also. They try to maintain a balance. They have a social circle. So whatever they learn, they try to pass it around to other people who are in distress. Sometimes they do it knowingly, sometimes they do it unknowingly. That's my personal take on it. Because some people are actually very much irritated by them. Or some people complain about them that, look, they're so heartless and brutal. They put us through all these challenges. And some people feel really nice in their company. Some people see them as reflectors. They are just reflecting back positive stuff, or sometimes advice and sometimes even support. When no one else is supporting them, they're supporting them. But you can't depend on them as well, and that's what they show to others, that you got to be on your own. So this is where I would like to wrap this up. And again, before I leave, remind you, don't bother about how things will happen, and don't bother about what others are doing. They are just doing whatever they're doing. Put it that way. You have to bother about your own state of being and state of mind. If you want to be happy, you have to understand that you don't have to do something. You don't have to go from one point to another to prove a point to others. You don't have to prove anything to others. You just have to enjoy the moment, and you have to keep reminding yourself not to be using your mind, because your mind is gonna be the one who's into how, and then it keeps trying to do something throughout the day. How I do this, how I do that, how I get this. So mind is very calculative, very manipulative. You see, most narcissistic people are a bit manipulative also. Even the good ones. I know good narcissistic people also. Basically, as I said, it's just being in a certain kind of identity and ego. So they also try to tell other people that, look, I'm doing good for you. I'm doing good for you, so you do good for me. I'm going to scratch your back, so you scratch mine. Okay? Let's put it that way. Let's do a barter. But a godly person doesn't even need to say that, because godly person doesn't think that a person is doing it for them. They always think that God is doing it for me. God is my provider, God is my giver, God is my caretaker. So anybody who's doing anything for me is a medium, and if I am also doing something for them, I am also being a medium. Why take so much baggage and so much burden, or why even think like, oh, I'm the one? Because the moment you say I'm the one doing this or I'm the one doing that, again you become an identity of someone who's doing, and as soon as you do it, you're becoming tired. You're going to be tired. So on this lovely note, I'm going to close this channeling session. For personal readings and for therapies, you can check out the description box, and you can get my book also, In the Name of Love, and you can become my Patreon and support my content and show your love. And I will keep churning out this type of lovely content for all of you people. Thank you so much to Spirit Guides who are providing all these lovely downloads for the collective. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you lovely people out there who are doing inner work and raising the vibration of this planet. See you in the next one. One love, peace out, and Victor to Ram.